Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network this Sunday night. A special broadcast coming at you here tonight. The conclusion of the inaugural Street Stock Series for the Short Track National Showdown League is taking place here tonight at Lucas Oil Raceway. The drivers right now are putting down their qualifying times in just a few moments. We're going to be heading to the grid and kicking off this last race of this series and seeing who will walk away the champion of this inaugural Street Stock Series. We're going to take a short break and head to the playing of the National Anthem when we come back. A lot of race action to come your way here tonight, so don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network. I'm Dustin Caldwell tonight. The special broadcast event for the Street Stock Series Championship here at Lucas Oil Raceway, the Short Track National Showdown. Deciding to move their championship race back 1 week due to the Labor Day weekend, pushing everything a week back. And with the kickoff of the Modified Series tomorrow night, they definitely wanted to get both in. So they decided to push it back one night, so we are actually starting this one night earlier. Typically, we'd be broadcasting these guys on Monday nights. So tonight is a great opportunity to bring this championship race to you here. Taking a look at your race information up on your screen tonight here in Claremont, Indiana at Lucas Oil Raceway. A 7/10 of a mile track. Weather information down below, 65 degrees in the air, 0% humidity. A little bit overcast and a matching track temperature of 65 degrees. Definitely going to be a lot of grip down there on the track when these drivers go racing. And it looks like qualifications have come to a close. Let's get over to the grid and take a look and see what we got. So for the championship race, your pole sitter here tonight, as our information comes up on the screen, the number 14 of Blake Barney, coming into this championship race, fourth in points, about 50 off of Thomas Axum, who will be starting to the outside. The number 13 car pretty much dominating the series. Is the series points leader coming into tonight. Caleb Muller, rival challenger at 84 car, looking pretty solid. If you watched the race 1 week ago, had a spin out at USA across the start-finish line. He'll start third here tonight. The number 41 of Michael Rafferty will start fourth, rounding out your top five. The number 55 of Cole Eastman to his outside, though, in sixth. The number 7 of Dan LaFoe, seventh position. D.W. Jones in the 17 car to the outside of him. The number 53 of James Kugler back in ninth position in row number 5 on the inside lane. The number 77 of Ryan Lang. And rounding out the field here tonight, the number 10, or in 10th, the 06 of Skip Lynn, if he so chooses, and Teddy Groh, if they are going to be out here on the field. Pace car will be set to take these drivers around for 2 sets of laps, pace laps. As we get you down trackside here. Cars will be heading into the pits, or out of the pits momentarily. Still waiting on Blake Barney, our pole sitter here tonight. There he is, showing up. What a series it was, folks. The inaugural series for the Short Track National Showdown, one of the newer leagues out there on iRacing, trying to get people aware of short track racing, trying to keep the love for it alive. As we now see the pace car head off of pit road. Axum's going to take the track, as well as the outside lane. The inside lane will take the pit exit. Ryan Lang and Kalen Moeller, 77 of Ryan Lang, the 84 of Kalen Moeller, two of the drivers here tonight, tied in second position, 15 points behind Thomas Axum. To see how this will pan out for you once the results get posted at the end of the race. 125 laps scheduled here tonight. So we'll see if what will prevail, granted the fact that we have a shorter car count than normal. As they now complete their first pace lap, everybody begins to bunch up as they'll head into turns 1 and 2. Started this series back on July 11th, a total of 10 weeks. Got pushed back on the Labor Day, September 5th race, which was supposed to be at USA, but they pushed it back and everything got slightly turned back 1 week, so that's why we're here again this Sunday night. And again, I'm Dustin Caldwell. I'll be bringing you the action as it unfolds. Here we go, pace cars into the pits. Out of the fourth turn, they're going to work their way into that fourth. Now, out of the fourth turn they go. Moeller, Barney, Axum up front. Here we go. The green flag flies. We're off to this championship race here tonight. And the battle into the backstretch. Blake Barney up front. Michael Rafferty challenging him on the outside as Thomas Axum relegated to the back for consecutive wins in this series. League rule. Battling hard up front. Rafferty to the outside of Barney. Into turn number 1. Rafferty's going to push high. Here comes the 84 of Caleb Moeller to the inside. Avoiding a little bit of quarter panel contact out of turn number 2. Moeller's going to settle up behind the 41 of Rafferty. Rafferty now looks to the inside of the 14 car into turn number 3. Inside action. Not going to have that momentum as they head out of turn number 4 into lap number 3. Dan LaFoe, one of the other solid, strong drivers in this series. Looking good so far here in the top 4 as he works behind the 84 of Kalen Moeller. Now into the backstretch, heading towards that third turn behind him. One of the drivers has struggled this season, the 55 of Cole Eastman, spun out a few times. But behind him, a big packed battle, nearly 4 wide. Coming out of that fourth turn, Thomas Axum right in front of second position in points, Ryan Lang. 53 there, just ahead, is going to push just a little bit high, and we got a little bit of change up there. Kugler in the 53 car, 3 wide action. Look at this battle back here As Kugler to the high side of Axum. D.W. Jones to the inside. Ryan Lang settles up behind. Kugler right beside D.W. Jones. And a continued battle through these cars. At the back of the pack, let's jump up to the front of the race. As Blake Barney takes Michael Rafferty into the third turn. Rafferty to the inside. Working a different line than the 14 car here tonight. Still holding off about 1 car length behind Barney as they head into lap number 6. Moeller, one of the drivers who looked very promising to take down Thomas Axum in points. With a big dramatic finish last week at USA International Speedway. Out of turn number 4 was side by side with Thomas Axum. When they came to that checkered flag, both cars were spinning, and it was the tail of Thomas Axum's car that crossed that start-finish line first and claimed victory there at USA. Axum coming in tonight with a total of 5 victories in the series. Barney actually has a victory. A couple of them, pair of victories in this series. Looking for victory number 3, see if it'll be able to propel him up further enough. Not quite sure though. Barney did miss a race last week at USA, which really hurt his chances to take down Thomas Axum. LaFoe with a neat little drift action out of 4. It's into lap number 9. Back in 4th position, Cole Eastman still holding on to the top 5, but to the inside goes Thomas Axum through turn number 2 into the backstretch. Axum going from 9th to 5th here in the matter of 10 laps. As Rafferty still trails Barney coming out of the 4th turn. LaFoe still in 4th. You can see Thomas Axum in his rearview mirror now down the backstretch. Into the 3rd turn he goes. And that 13 car's coming quick. A little bit of push action out of 11 through turn number 4. And Axum's rolling by. Here he comes. Ladies and gentlemen, Thomas Axum looking to be in the top 4. Just off the 11th bumper. Feeling confident tonight that he pretty much had this one locked up. Still is going to race as if he is in the chase for points. Do not want to give these drivers any opportunity to take this series that he's so much have dominated. And around the outside through the 4th turn, Thomas Axum goes into 4th position. Blake Barney now into the backstretch here on lap number 12. Rafferty getting ever so close. Is going to dive it into turn number 3. He's going to look for a slide pass. He'll get tight there and start to push just a little bit. And now to the outside, Kalen Moeller with a bit of contact. Moeller with some contact into Rafferty. Oh, and a little bump action there, trying to get him tight and take him on the inside, and Moeller's not too happy. Although it looks like he wants to pass him on the outside. Moeller will cross over to the inside. Dives it down into turn number 3, and the slide job prevails. But a little crossover action, and round comes Rafferty to the inside. The aggressive move from the 84 car of Kalen Moeller proving to be too much in that 4th turn as the 41 car kept his head about him, and he was able to come out and stay in 2nd position. Looking back behind Moeller, you see that macaroni and cheese, yellow and blue Tom Axum Trucking Chevrolet of Thomas Axum. They call this car the mac and cheese car because it looks like a Kraft macaroni and cheese box. It's a little joke thing the league guys always say to this guy, but tell you what, macaroni and cheese tastes sweet in victory lane as this car is bounded 5 times in this series. Moeller heading into turn number 3, seeking out the pass, the 41 of Rafferty. Get close to that bumper, into the 4th turn they go. Blake Barney now will be picking up a total of 15 laps led as he heads into the 16th lap. Been the car to beat so far, and Axum is trying hard. Now Axum up to the bumper of Kalen Moeller coming out of turn number 2. Really have enough for an inside pass on the 3rd turn. We'll have to see where Axum decides to settle up. He's going to push just a little high into turn number 3. Rafferty high out of 4. close to that wall. And now Moeller has to deal with Axum. Moeller has Rafferty in front of him. He's going to try for an inside pass as Axum gets a little contact on the back of Moeller's bumper out of 2. It's all the wiggle action out of the 84 Snap-on car. As they come out of the 4th turn into the front stretch, Kalen Moeller. Once again, it's going to feel Thomas Axum's contact as Axum will look for a little bump and run action here coming out of 2. See if he can't get that 84 car a little tight so he can take him on the inside. And there's a little bump before the 3rd turn, but Moeller's not biting. Rafferty now ever so closer to Blake Barney. Oh, contact with Moeller into the wall coming out of 4. As they work their way into the backstretch. Rafferty and Moeller. Rafferty's going to try for an inside pass, and 4 makes some contact off Barney. He might be at door level, but around comes Kalen Moeller to the outside. Side-by-side action, nearly 3 wide now into turn number 2 as Blake Barney is going to feel contact by Rafferty, and he's going to be spun.
Man, caution is out. Caution is out.
Too much, too hard, too quick. And the 84 of Blake Barney is going to get spun by the 41 of Michael Rafferty. Dial up the replay for you here so you can take a look at it one more time. Just the hard-fought battle coming across that start-finish line. There's the 3 wide action, but take a look at this. Right about there, you're going to start to see Rafferty climb that track and get you in just a little bit closer. Take a look at that. Right there, Rafferty is going to get him on the exit, enough to turn that car right around. Blake Barney Rafferty connection will bring out caution number 1 into lap number 22. This is the Street Stock Series Championship race here at Lucas Oil Raceway this Sunday night. We'll take a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll have some more race action for you folks. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Overdrive.
Cool night here in Indianapolis at Lucas Oil Raceway, or Claremont, Indiana, just outside Indianapolis area. As we are back under the green.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Caution. And a big pile up heading into turn number 3. We'll go follow the 55 of Cole Eastman in this one. Give you a look here as the pace car would head into the pits. This was the restart that just took place as we were coming back from commercial break. Let's see what happens here. As it looks like there's a big 3 wide coming out of turn number 2. And it looks like Dan LaFoe, oh, big pile up right there. One more time, we're going to dial it back and take a look closer to the action with LaFoe, as he was right there as it unfolded. 3 wide action, Moeller to the inside, Rafferty to the outside. Oh, everybody's going to get loose. And that little snap right there out of turn number 2, Moeller is going to go right up into Rafferty, bounce off, clip Blake Barney. Barney's going to go for a heavy slide on the inside there. And when he finally gets in the rear position, he's going to come up into Thomas Axum, which starts a chain reaction into Ryan Lang up into Cole Eastman. And it becomes a major pileup right there at the entrance to turn number 3. D.W. Jones also getting effect, but James Kugler to the inside is going to actually have the safe route through all that incident. As we see Eastman and Jones locked up there, door to door. And again tonight, typically we don't broadcast on Sunday nights, but the fact that the series is starting up a new modified series coming up tomorrow night, and with the Labor Day holiday pushing everything back 1 week, the decision was made to go ahead and give them a Sunday night broadcast. That way they can get the championship race in, as well as starting their new modified series tomorrow night. Special shout out to Jeff Wood out there out in YouTube chat. Appreciate you tuning in here tonight to capture this race. Jeff Wood, one of the league administrators with the Loose Lug Nuts League broadcast that we do on Friday nights, the Bump and Run Street Stock Series. Nice solid series. Thomas Axum, one of the drivers in there. Not quite as high in points as he is in this Monday night series. Still a decent contender and a challenger for a lot of these drivers to watch out for. So the lights will come off the pace car into lap number 31. We'll be back green on lap 32. It's going to be Rafferty and Moeller up front, Kugler and Jones behind them. Actually, scratch that. Kugler's going to be to the outside of Rafferty. A little shake up there in the lineup. Moeller will be to the inside of D.W. Jones. Here we go as they approach turn number 4.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag flies. We are back to the race on lap 32. And a big 3 to 4 wide action into turns 1 and 2 as the cars make their way into the backstretch. Nice view up there from the spotter deck to give you a feeling of what this track is like as they complete a lap. And now heading out of turn number 4, Michael Rafferty ahead of Kalen Moeller, D.W. Jones in front of Blake Barney. And James Kugler rounding out your top 5. Thomas Axon still in the back of the field. Pretty much only has to finish here tonight, I would only imagine. We'll have to see how these points will shake up as one of the guys battling hard in points, the 84 of Kalen Moeller. Now to the inside of Michael Rafferty in turn number 4. Can he beat door level coming out? Not quite. He's going to get a little bit of bump from D.W. Jones, and Kalen Moeller saves it. But at what cost?
All right, man, caution is out.
We got some
Caution is
dirt
out.
tracking in turns 1 and 2. Kugler must have thought he was in the world of outlaws with the way he was dragging that rear end of that car in turns 1 and 2. Let's go back and take a look. As we see the action here, Moeller almost bounced off that inside wall. He's able to save it, and essentially Ryan Lane getting really nervous seeing that 84 car come up from the apron, swerved right up into the side of James Kugler. Excellent job by both drivers to be able to save their cars. So Rafferty is still going to hold on to the race lead here into lap 36. Race summary looks a little bit like this. 2 lead changes here tonight, 3 total cautions in the first 35 laps. Top 5. Rafferty, Jones, Barney, Lang, and Kugler. Again, tomorrow night, the Short Track National Showdown Modified Series begins. Have to stay tuned for more of that action. And if you haven't had a chance, folks, if you're on a PC, feel free to check out the new Forge Broadcasting website at forgebroadcasting.com. That's our Digital Forge site. Pretty much got it up and running. The tablet and mobile versions that come tomorrow. So if you are on a tablet or a mobile device and you get that 404 error here tonight, make sure you just click on the page and ask for the desktop view, and you'll be able to get the current website as it stands. Our goal is going to be able to bring some great race articles, updating everybody on the leagues that we broadcast for each and every night. So hopefully the next day or the day after, you'll be able to catch up with the league broadcast. Not only being able to see a latest broadcast video on our website, but also articles on what happened. If you just don't have the time to go back and watch the full video and you just want some good highlights as to what happened in the race, you'll be able to see a good article out there on the new Forge Broadcasting website. Also want to give a special shout out to Anki. So some of the commercials you're going to be seeing on our broadcast of their new Overdrive product, give it a check out. A lot of the older folks out there, if you're over the age of 25, know what I'm talking about. The old RC slot cars that used to be able to connect piece by piece and put your car down in the metal slots and race them around the track. Well, Anki has taken it a step further, and now you can race with your cell phone or mobile device, tablet as well, and it's actually pretty slick. So make sure you check them out on the web at Anki, that's ANKI.com. They also have another product called Cosmo coming out as well. Lights off the pace car here in lap 39. We'll be heading back to green on lap 40. Rafferty will be setting the pace as he'll have D.W. Jones to the outside. Blake Barney will be to the inside of the 77 of Brian Lang. Again, coming into tonight, Lang, one of the 2 drivers. Lang and Moeller, 2 drivers tied for second. Seeing if they can get up there and get a victory here tonight. As they make their way out of turn number 4, Rafferty with the pace. Here we go. The green flag's in the air. We're back to the race on lap 40. And into the back stretch. Blake Barney to the inside of Michael Rafferty. D.W. Jones back there in 3rd position. Barney now to the inside, hugging that inside lane. And almost a 3-wide action as D.W. Jones is going to pass the 14 car on the outside, catching that momentum. Rafferty to the midpoint of turns 1 and 2, working that middle group. D.W. Jones is going to push up into the wall. Blake Barney now into the second position slot. Lane looks to the inside of D.W. Jones into turn number 3. Guys trying to do these inside passes. Oh, and some contact made. Lane trying to save it. He's going to do it, but he'll cost him a few positions there as he falls back to 6th, almost the 7th position. Kalen Moeller looking to pass Cole Eastman on the inside as he heads into the backstretch, looking for an inside pass into 3. These turns here at Lucas Oil a little bit larger than your typical short track, which makes the inside passing maneuvers a little bit tougher to do, as we've seen a lot of the drivers been able to pass on the outside. Pretty much the preferred group to be able to pass here tonight, especially with the cooler temperatures and the grip, and some staggered action. Out of turn number 2 as Kalen Moeller almost saw Ryan Lane tag his bumper. Moeller trying for an inside pass to Eastman. Eastman to the outside. He's going to push high. Moeller's going to get him on the inside this time by. A little cooperation there from the 55. The 84 was able to go to the inside. Now Rafferty and Barney battle it out for the race lead as Blake Barney was trying to pass Rafferty on the outside. Rafferty says, I don't think so. Blake Barney's going to tag him. Talk about some bump action.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Safety on the field, and we got a big tag up right there out of turn number 4. Cole Eastman going to try to get respun around. Go back and take a look at the replay. You're going to see that action right there. Blake Barney is going to just tag Michael Rafferty. And race control sees the 41 heading towards the wall, and it was all enough just to throw out that yellow flag. Kugler involved as well. It turned around. So the cars are going to come down pit road yet again. Moeller is going to stay out. We'll have to see how this will affect the 84 car. Championship night here at Lucas Oil Raceway. We'll take a short commercial break. We'll be back, folks.
How much longer do you want to wait for Dave to talk about this dart release?
Why? What's he doing?
I'm pretty sure he's playing Pokemon again.
Again?
Yes, again.
back under the green. This Sunday night is some bumping and banging across the start-finish line between D.W. Jones, Kugler, and LaFoe. Kalen Moeller now to the race lead. Rafferty and Lang are fighting hard behind him. Keep your eye out for the 84 and the 77 car. Thomas Axon behind him. Rafferty to the inside of Moeller's going to try for an inside pass
All
here.
right, man,
Turn
caution is out.
number
Caution is out.
one. And a slow move in James Kugler and Dan LaFoe. Let's go back and take a look. Snap out of these cars coming out of that second turn. Barney, the inside of LaFoe, and Kugler's just going to come right down onto LaFoe. LaFoe's going to be unaffected by it. Kugler actually, I think LaFoe trying to show Kugler there all grip all day. And a little bit of return grip showing from the 53 Kugler, shaking it off, saying, my bad. Kugler's going to come down pit road. Thing I was talking about, folks, coming into tonight, the 84 of Kalen Moeller, just 15 points behind Thomas Axon, Ryan Lang, matching that point margin as he's currently running third. Not exactly sure how this point's going to shake up when it's all said and done, especially with Thomas Axon back there in fourth position. Again, tonight's temperature coming into this race was 65 degrees. Favorable temperatures for a lot of grip. Still out of turn number two, seeing a lot of snap from these drivers as they are sliding these cars through the turns. The car hits that straightaway, it just snaps the grip and starts to wiggle that rear end. Up to our blimp cam and show you a nice view of what the park looks like. Beautiful looking park here at Lucas Oil Raceway, the 7/10 of a mile track. Nice pill-shaped oval. So as they cross that start-finish line into lap 57, the lights will come off the pace car. Moeller will have Rafferty to the outside as Lang will be to the inside of Axon. Trying to get the marbles worn off those tires as they sway back and forth in turn number two. Pace car now into the pits as they head into turn number three. Cars ready to roll. Moeller to set the pace out of the fourth turn. Flagman with the green flag ready to give the signal. Here we go.
Green flag.
And the green flag's in the air. Lap 58 and going underway. Moeller getting a little tight there on the entry to turn 4. Rafferty to the outside, Axum to the outside, Lang side by side as Moeller's going to fall 2 positions. What we're seeing here tonight, mid-groove in turns 1 and 2, the preferred line, the high line preferred there in 3 and 4. As Axum and Rafferty were able to get a lot of momentum to the outside of Moeller. Moeller just trying to stay ahead of Lang. At this point, if it was to finish this way, it would be the battle for 3rd. Rafferty last week, his finish, he moved up 2 positions to 7th overall in points. But I don't think a victory here tonight would even solidify a top 3 finish, let alone a top 4 finish. So the battle between Moeller and Lang, 84 and 77. It's going to be the battle for who finishes in 2nd, and right now the 84 of Moeller ahead of Brian Lang. Thomas Axum has taken over the race lead, total of 1 lap led, picking up the 2nd lap led of the night. Rafferty, the 41 car behind him, has a total of 25 laps on the night led. Kalen Moeller just back off a little bit with 13. Blake Barney, the 14 car, total of 21 laps led here this evening. Race summary as we watch Axum come out of turn number 4. 8 lead changes, 5 cautions in the 61 laps that have been completed, now 62. Here's a battle brewing for 3rd. Lang to the inside of Kalen Moeller. Avoiding contact, but Moeller getting a little tight. Here comes Lang to the inside. But Moeller's going to have that momentum coming out of turn number 4. He's going to hang on to 2nd position. Lang rallies back through turns 1 and 2. Can that 77 car catch the 84? Out of that 2nd turn they come. Lang checking again. Again tonight, that slide move to the inside will not work here at Lucas Oil, as they have done many a times at some of the smaller tracks. And look at Blake Barney behind Brian Lang. The contact there onto Dan LaFoe. LaFoe's going to fall back to stage. Barney's back into the top 5. And now looks to the inside of Lang. Out of turn number 4, Blake Barney is going to try to catch the 77 car right behind his bumper. We've passed the halfway point of tonight's race. Here's a look at your top 5. Axum, Rafferty, Moeller, Lang, Barney. Control providing an update here tonight. Special caution flag lap coming out on lap 100 unless there's a caution within 5 laps of it. So you'll see a yellow flag being thrown by race control at lap 100. Pending any cautions, if there's a caution flag within 90 to 95 laps. But at lap 100 for sure we should see a yellow flag come out. Lang now to the inside of Barney, bumping the cars through 4. Barney to the high side will pass Lang on the outside into 1. Rallying back to 77 of Brian Lang, not willing to go down easily. As they come out of 2, the 14 car begins to pull away from the 77. Good sign there for the 84 of Caleb Moeller as he comes out of turn number 4 in 3rd position. Thomas Axum now a total of 10 laps led on the night, working his way out of turn number 2 into the backstretch. Michael Rafferty, the 41 car with the green flames on it across that start-finish line. Into lap 71, works the mid-groove as Thomas Axel's going to push high towards the wall. Muller can see Barney getting ever so close as he works his way now into turn number 3. Barney within 2 car lengths before coming out of turn number 4. Rafferty up there really trying to catch the 13 of Thomas Axel. He is within 0.3 of a second there, working his way through turn 3 and 4 now into the front stretch. Take a look at Blake Barney though, getting closer and closer to Kalen Moeller. Here into lap 73, and Barney really trying to work it. Almost like a dirt track the way you see these cars maneuvering this raceway. Out of turn number 4. Barney on the bumper of Moeller. He's going to look to the inside of the backstretch. Muller's going to protect the inside. Barney's going to give him a little tag there in the entry point to turn 4 and coming out of turn 4. Muller is not given any ground here. Barney's going to attack the wall. That's going to give a little bit of gap and some breathing room for that 84 snap-on car. Ryan Lang still trying to catch Blake Barney back there in 5th position. And the battle for 3rd still continues between the 14 of Blake Barney and the 84 of Kalen Muller. Snap there from Muller as he came out of turn number 4. Still continuing to battle hard. Barney patiently waiting for a slip up, and this might be his chance. Looks to the high side and to the low side. Going to dive it underneath. Into turn 3. He's going to start to climb the track. Not quite going to tag the 84. Now Kalen Muller. Heads into the 3rd turn, just in front of Barney. Barney with a little bit of a tag. He's going to get that 84 loose, and that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is what you call a bump and run. Barney getting that 84 car just enough loose to be able to take him on the inside, and a beautiful job well done. Many drivers will argue that being a dirty move, but in the short track world, you got to be able to pass any way you can. As long as you don't wreck the guy, just move the guy. Most would say that's a job well done. Axum now working his way out of turn number 2. Excuse me. Yeah, into the backstretch. Close to a half a second lead over the 41 of Rafferty. As they head out of the 4th turn into the front stretch into lap number 81. Here in about the next 20 laps, we'll be seeing a yellow flag competition caution thrown by race control. Give these guys a chance to bunch it up and to get down pit road for some tires and fuel. Showing you the gap from the spotter stand. Be able to take a look and see the gap between Rafferty and Barney. As Barney has pulled away a little bit from Kalen Muller. Between Muller and Lang, though, Lang One position behind, that's the top 5 driver right there. If been anything at this point, the battle for second position between the 84 and the 77. Begins the push. The older tires push him hard in turns 3 and 4. You can really see the right side of that car carrying the weight as he moves. Take it down even closer. Show you the action of this car working its way through the turn. Definitely carrying that weight through turns 3 and 4. Moeller now back up to the bumper of Blake Barney. Trying for an inside pass, but he gets a little too tight on the entry point to turn number 4. Not able to catch that momentum he needs to get around the 14th car. But battling hard now back. Into the backstretch towards the 3rd turn. Some contact trying to get that 14 car a little tight. Not gonna budge. Muller's still trying to climb to the 14. He's gonna look for the outside this time. Carrying some momentum on that outside groove. The inside.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
So Dan LaFoe is going to spin out. LaFoe's going to attack the wall. And heavy spin to the inside and some heavy contact with the inside wall. A lot of damage there on that 11 car. Being the fact this lap 90, I'm not sure we're going to see a competition caution in at this point. Everybody comes back down pit road. This is the Street Stock Series Championship race here at Lucas Oil Raceway this Sunday night. Take a commercial break. We'll be back right after this.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
Donkey Overdrive.
Back under the green here, heading into lap number 96. Talking about a competition caution earlier, coming out of lap 100. Will not be coming out as the yellow flag was flown around lap 90. Give these guys about 4 laps into the 90th lap mark between laps 90 and 100. Thomas Axum out to the race lead. Kalen Muller back in second position. In points in second position in this race. Definitely needs the 13 car to finish behind him. But given the fact of the 15-point lead, Axum, even if he finishes second place, should still have the series victory this Sunday night. Update report on a couple of cars. The 53 of James Kugler and the 55 of Cole Eastman have called it quits tonight. Heavy damage sustained on both those vehicles, not able to continue in tonight's race. Race summary here. Out of the 90 laps, 98 laps completed, 10 total lead changes, 6 total cautions. Also another update, Scott, from Race Control. There will be no tires given or taken from this point on in the race, so if they should see a caution flag, nobody's probably going to come down pit road other than for fuel. Given the fact that they've taken a lot of fuel probably on their last pit stop around lap 90. They should have enough fuel to make it all the way. We'll have to see. Definitely will look to be splash and go. They don't want to put any more weight on these cars than necessary. As Kalen Muller still continues to battle behind Thomas Axel, heading into lap 102. About 24 laps remaining in the race. And in the series, Blake Barney Off the page just a little bit, about second behind Tom Saxon. Third position coming out of turn number 2. Rafferty and Lang battling for that fourth position slot as the 77 car gets really close to Rafferty's bumper. Michael Rafferty in the 41 car sliding, getting a little loose out of turn number 4. That's going to open up the doorway for the 77 of Ryan Lang to move into fourth position. Axel across the start-finish line into lap 104 now. Has a half a second, almost 6/10 of a second lead over the 84 Caleb Muller. Muller doing what he can to finish ahead of Ryan Lang. That battle for second overall in points. Blake Barney rallying back. See the 14 car now looking to get ever so closer to Muller's bumper there in turn number 1. Really closing the gap. Barney looks to the high side of Muller, wants to be on the outside. If you're going to catch that momentum, the inside's not doing it. 20 laps now remain. And Blake Barney battling hard. A little tag action to the 84 of Kalen Muller. Try a little bump and run there in turn 4. And here comes the 14 car to the inside. Muller's going to have some momentum. Oh, they're going to tag doors. Heading into turn 1 and 2. Muller off the wall. Barney really bullying this 84 car. Here they come out of turn number 2. And oh, they're really getting into it now. They are exchanging it. And Barney's going to be the benefactor of that as he slides up into the wall. And you can definitely tell there was some motion flying between the two drivers. What seemed like a simple bump and run pass became muscle for the win. The 84 car was able to out-muscle the 14 of Barney and hang on to that second position slot. Barney now falls back to over a second behind Kalen Muller. Fourth position, Ryan Lang into lap traffic, really slowing them up as D.W. Jones and Dan LaFoe. The driver ahead, yielding for these guys, really holding up your chances, getting further up the track. Rafferty now looks to the inside of Lang, out of turn number 4. Muller out of turn number 2 into the backstretch. Axum heading out of turn number 4 will pick up a total of 50 laps led as he crosses the start-finish line. And it's looking to be about 15 laps remaining in this race. Lang now trying the inside of LaFoe as they work their way into the backstretch. Thinking about making it 3 wide, will stay behind 11 of LaFoe. Catch that outside momentum as they head into turn number 1. Lang now to the inside of LaFoe, trying to get a run, and Rafferty cutting it all the way down to the apron. Trying to find some extra track to be able to give him that momentum that he needs to propel past them, but he's not been able to do so. As Lang pretty much door locked here with LaFoe heading out of turn number 4. D.W. Jones looking to the inside of Blake Barney as Barney is falling way off the pace. And now Ryan Lang may have a good third position battle with Barney. 41 of Rafferty as well. Barney looking really slow, almost defeated at this point. 77 of Ryan Lang to the inside. battle for third position. Here comes Lang to the inside of Blake Barney. And as they work their way out of turn number 2, Ryan Lang moves into third position just by a nose. Blake Barney to the outside. He's going to push him up the track. Barney trying to avoid contact with the wall. Will have to slow up. The 77 goes into third position. And now Rafferty's going to battle for fourth. Rafferty looks to the inside of Barney. LaFoe behind Barney's going to attack him just a little bit. That's going to be the helping hand. That allows the 41 of Michael Rafferty to move into fourth position. Car to beat here tonight. With 10 laps to go, 2.4 second lead over Kalen Moeller, Thomas Axum. Over 55 laps led here at Lucas Oil. What a sweet, sweet night for this 13 car. 5 total victories coming into tonight in the series. What a better way to go out and get victory number 6. Definitely secure your series points victory. Clinton victor in this inaugural Street Stock Series for the Short Track National Showdown. Eight laps now remain, and Thomas Axum is in cruise control mode, but still looking even faster as he picked up a 1/10 of a second lead over Kalen Moeller that time around. Moeller still back at second position as the 5-second gap, looking to secure that second position slot. 15 points was the gap between Moeller and Axum coming into tonight's race. And really don't see anything happen or any of that changing. Ryan Lang, though, 5 seconds behind the lap car as he tries to pass D.W. Jones on the inside. Tied with Kalen Moeller coming into tonight's race. They end up finishing third overall in points. Michael Rafferty currently in fourth position, trying to lock down a top 5 points finish. 7th overall coming into tonight. Six laps to go. Ryan Lang trying to get the lap car on the inside as D.W. Jones in the Batmobile. We'll see the 77 to the inside, but he'll have the momentum coming out of 4. Stay just ahead. Axum now into the backstretch. We'll see 4 laps to go when he crosses that start-finish line. 4 more laps left to go, ladies and gentlemen, in tonight's race to conclude out this inaugural Street Stock Series. And Thomas Axum at the lead. Kalen Moeller back in second position, working his way into the backstretch. Lang still battle with Jones, trying it inside. Not able to get around the 17 car. Watch the 77 of Ryan Lang trying to inside yet again. Turn number 2. He's trying to get in a position where he can muscle that lap car out of the way. Trying to put that between him and the 41 of Rafferty. Lang to the inside. Rafferty choosing the outside, which is a smart move as the outside's had the momentum. Next time by the start-finish line, the white flag will fly here for Thomas Axum as he works his way now into turn number 4. Into the front stretch, coming to the white flag here tonight. Thomas Axum crosses that start-finish line. 1 more lap to go here at Lucas Oil. Axum into the back stretch. 4.2 second lead. Nobody's catching this car. And here he comes, ladies and gentlemen, to secure his victory in tonight's race and in the series points to the checkered flag, Thomas Axum. And the fireworks sound off of turn number 3. Nice look there from our blimp cam to catch the explosions in the air. Beautiful view of the fireworks and of the track. Thomas Axum taking a victory lap. Excellent job, well done there from the 13 car. I'm going to be joined here with the two league administrators. And Skip Lynn and Teddy Groh are going to join me in the booth here when we go to the award presentation for tonight. And talking about the drivers and where they stand. We know Thomas Axum picks up the victory here in the series, pretty much solidifying it with the victory here tonight at Lucas Oil. But just before we go to the presentation here, fellas, any thoughts that you want to talk about here in this inaugural Street Stock Series for your league?
It's been a fantastic season. Definitely a learning curve for us for sure. But certainly last couple of weeks have been very, very good. We've had a lot of green flag runs to the point where, we threw in a couple competition yellows just to kind of try to mix things up a little bit and make things a little bit more interesting. But, the series pretty much dominated by Thomas Axum and Blake Barney. The only two drivers to win the last 9 races, so pretty much domination on their part.
How about you, Skip? Thoughts from Mr. Race Control?
No, like Ted said, all in all, it's been a pretty decent first season, I would say. We've had our ups, we've had our downs. Definitely figured some things out going into season 2 with our Street Stock Series. Next season starts October 4th. Unlike this division, it's going to be fixed, so it's going to be in the driver's hands, not setting up the car. So we look forward to a lot more competitive racing, hopefully some less yellows, like we had all agreed on. Now going into the next season, there's going to be no driver registration fee. It's going to be a top 3 payout. Winning purse isn't determined yet. That's going to fall back on the sponsorship that we have acquired. So going into the first week, we'll get everybody on the same page. We'll have a winning payout set to date for the top 3 going into the first week. But from here on out, it's still up in the works. They're on board. We're just not sure of the contribution that they're going to make. So stay tuned. Hopefully things get interesting from here on out. We thank you guys, Digital Forge Broadcasting, do a great job. Got to thank Teddy. He's by my side with everything that we do. All the drivers, everybody that watches, thank you. So just stay tuned for the next season. Mods kick off tomorrow night, going into the second week. Hopefully things pick up there. Modifies are usually a little bit better racing, so we'll see where it goes from there.
All right. Well, we're going to move into the presentation, ceremonial presentation. Do we have the results as to where they stand? Because what a battle here tonight, as the two drivers that were tied in second position behind Thomas Axum finished second and third in this race, which has got to be the deciding factor, who finishes second overall and who finishes third, which I'd imagine Caitlin Muller is going to come out second overall in points. But do we have the official results as of yet?
We do. I'm going over it now. Race Control was talking over a few things, just assessing a few situations that happened throughout the race. But I believe as we speak now, the results are up. Drivers are able to view them as well as the broadcasters. So,
as I say, as we take a look, it does look like Kayla Muller is going to finish second. Ryan Lang finishing third. With that being said, let's go ahead and move into the presentation of the third position driver, or the driver finishing third here tonight, the number 77 of Ryan Lang. Ryan, congratulations on finishing third here tonight at Lucas Oil. tough, hard-fought battle at the 7/10 of a mile track, but you are able to rally back a third-place finish, though you do fall short behind Kalen Muller. You finish out third overall in the inaugural Street Stock Series. Tell us a little bit about your race here tonight.
Not much to say. I didn't have a setup, so I just used the default one.
Well, hard job, and a job well done using a default setup at a track that is very difficult to race. Well, to give you your presentation here, we got Teddy and Skip, league administrators. Want to give you a special thanks for a nice race season well done. Guys, take it away.
Ryan, on behalf of Short Track National Showdown, we want to say thank you for your continued support. I certainly think you would have had something for everybody else if you wouldn't have missed that one race. But on behalf of Skip and myself, congratulations on your third place overall finish in the championship series, and you will be receiving $70 iRacing credit or via PayPal. So Ryan, congratulations, man.
Yeah, I'll take the iRacing credits. Thanks, guys.
Is there any thanks or shout-outs you'd like to give for this third-place finish?
Thanks to you guys for putting it on and taking the time.
All right, well, congratulations, Ryan. Where are we going to see you heading in? Are you racing in the modified league, or are you going to be in the fixed street stocks?
Oh, that's a good question. Modifieds, I just got those this season, so I haven't had a chance to build sets for those yet. So it's up in the air.
Definitely a lot of good sets out there in the forums. I implore you to check them out as a modified connoisseur. I love modifieds, so definitely give that a shot, and hopefully we see you actually field some races there in the modified series.
Yeah, thanks. I'll probably pop in from time to time.
All right, well, congratulations again on the third place finish here in the series, Ryan, and best of luck to you in the future.
Thanks, guys.
We're going to go live now to second place finisher and second position points finisher, the 84 of Kalen Muller, with a hard-fought battle these last few races. You really turned it up a notch trying to catch Thomas Axum, really giving him some pressure heading into these last couple races. Definitely a USA was a nail-biter coming out of turn number 4. What was your expectations coming into tonight's race?
Tonight I really thought I had a shot at it, and honestly I probably should have. And about mid-race everybody came in for tires and I stayed out, and that hurt. But once we got a good run going, I started chasing the front couple of cars back down, and it's like, okay. And then we got a caution, fresh tires again, and I ended up in a bad spot. I was like, well, I don't know if this will work. And for a while I was going to give Thomas a run, and I kept making way too many mistakes in the end of the race to chase him down.
Well, definitely fought your way around, and you finished out where you needed to be, at least ahead of that 77 car, and you finished second here tonight, which, because you were tied with Ryan Lane coming into tonight's race, gives you enough points to propel yourself in front of him and actually finish second overall in points in the inaugural Street Stock Series. Here to present you with your award, Skip Lynn and Teddy Groh.
Yeah, Kalen, on behalf of Short Track National Showdown, we want to congratulate you on your win, your finish throughout the season. I want to thank you for sticking it out. It's been a tough one. Had the ups and the downs, But you had a solid finish, solid race every week. You were a contender every week, running some bad luck. But, that's short track racing. We look forward to having you, in our future events. From here on out, you have an open invitation to the Fixed Street Stock Series starting October 4th. We'd love to have you there. We think with the fixed setups, you'd be a serious contender. You seem to have a straight head. You know when to push it, when to hold back, and for the most part, you just get caught up in some other people's mistakes. But again, that's racing. That's why we do it. So from here on out, we hope to see you in every series that we have, every race, every week would be great. Other than that, just good job. Thanks for sticking it out, and hope to see you next time.
Yes, sir, guys. I definitely appreciate y'all putting this on. It was a lot of fun. Like you said, I know we had our ups and downs, and we worked through it. You and I had a lot of good conversations, got things squared away. Made sure we had a mutual understanding of each other. Really liked the way it was run, and I'll definitely be back for the fixed setup. Because Thomas gonna have to watch his back bumper in that one.
Well put. What is second place receiving here, guys?
Kalen, on behalf of Skip and myself and STNS, we now present you with the $100 virtual check via PayPal or iRacing credits. So we'll square that up here in the tower after the interviews here. But congratulations on your $100 prize.
Thanks, sir. I appreciate it very much.
Definitely a nice check to receive after a series hard-fought battle in these past 10 weeks. Is there any additional thanks or shout-outs you'd like to give tonight?
I'd like to thank my primary sponsor on the car, Snap-on. Thank Thomas Axum for his help, each and every week. I know we helped each other a lot on this track this particular week. And thanks to Ted and Skip for putting this thing on, and not being set in their ways, being open to what the drivers wanted, and listening and making changes as we needed. It was a lot of fun.
Well, congratulations again, Kalen, and look forward to seeing more out of you in the future.
Thanks, sir.
All right, now the time has come to celebrate the number 13 Tom Axum Trucking Chevrolet, the guy who dominated the series, finishing a total of 6 victories, is able to take home tonight's points victory and series victory with ease. A hard-fought battle though these last couple races with guys like Blake Barney and Kayla Muller really putting the pressure on you, Thomas, but you kept the level head through it all. You're able to come out with victories, and one of your claim to fame is trying to race with 0 incidents as much as possible, and definitely proves why you are the series champion here in this inaugural Street Stock Series. Tell us, taking a look back on the season, and tell us a little bit about your thoughts on this inaugural Street Stock Series and what it means to finish out on top.
It's awesome winning. I've never won any leagues before, overall championships, so that's pretty cool. But I wish the season didn't end right now, but it's pretty cool going into a fixed Street Stock Series. I'll definitely be there, and hopefully I can be up front there also. But this was a fun race tonight, and I had a lot of fun trying to get through the field. Took longer than I wanted, but when I got up front, stayed up there for as long as I wanted to. Now I'm here.
Well, if we take a look back at some of the races, the Oxford Plains race comes to mind, especially from my standpoint, calling that race, watching you rocket off of turn number 1 and having a big incident there, which pretty much took you out of that race and opened up the doorway for a lot of these other guys to try to catch you. Blake Barney looked to be a favorable contender, but unfortunately missed some races, so therefore he was thrown out. Kayla Muller was giving you the pressure on, and Ryan Lang as well. Both end up 15 points behind you coming into tonight's race. Is there any memorable points that you have that you would like to let everybody know that may be tuning in?
Well, Oxford, after I rolled and I knew there was no caution, I was a little angry. I really thought that's where points were going to be gone because Blake was only a few behind me there, but I never gave up, and ever since then I just tried and stayed out of people's way, and then I got in people's way when I needed to. Just go to the front and just try and keep finishing up front, and I got the points back.
Well, it's definitely a job well done in this series to present you with your award and your virtual check, Teddy Groh and Skip Lynn.
Yeah, Thomas, again on behalf of myself and Skip Lynn, the inaugural Street Stock Short Track National Showdown champion, pretty much dominated the entire season, winning 60% of the races, and certainly had an opportunity to make it 70 or 80%. I know it's what you wanted all year long. We appreciate your support, obviously, an open invitation as our inaugural champion to our fixed Street Stock League and remaining leagues from here on out. We really enjoy having you here, and you keep your nose clean. You're a hard racer. You're fast everywhere you go, and you keep your cool and everything. So on behalf of Skip Lynn and myself, we now present you with the $140 virtual check via iRacing credit or PayPal, and we'll take care of that after that. But Thomas, on behalf of Skip and myself and all our sponsors, CS Design, CK Auto Service, Race Fab, Mark Massett, Evergreen Raceway, we congratulate you on being the inaugural Short Track National Showdown Street Stock Champion. Congratulations, Thomas.
Thank you.
Is there any additional thanks or shout-outs you'd like to give?
Digital Forge Broadcasting, you, Dustin, awesome job. Every week, every single day, basically. Short Track National Showdown, Ted and Skip, awesome job. Even Fixed Street Stocks are going to be even better and bigger. Tom Maxim Trucking, Over the Top Paints, John Hendrick, my teammate KR, and my teammate Ryan Kuhn.
All right. Well, congratulations. We look to see for more out of you in that Fixed Street Stock Series coming up.
Thank you.
Well, what a night of racing. What a series of racing we had here, guys. Again, Teddy Grove, Skip Lynn, thank you very much for allowing us to be able to broadcast these great races we saw in this series. Look forward to the Modified Series coming up tomorrow night. And definitely, again, I mentioned it before, I love Modified, so it's going to be a great race to be able to cover and a great series as well to be able to cover. But any final thoughts you want to give this audience here before we head out tonight?
Yeah, we just appreciate everybody continued support. I'm going through some rough times right now, and Skip's kind of been the backbone of this recently. So I have to definitely thank him for everything he's done to continue to keep the league up and running. I know it's been rough the last couple of weeks, last couple of months actually, with me being out. But you got to give it all to Skip. I absolutely love doing this. I love being a part of it. And we've got a lot of big plans coming up. As Skip said, our admission fees are gone. We have sponsors coming on board to sponsor our races, so we have to thank them. We'll have breaking news with that here in a couple of weeks. But, we're definitely thinking about some newer divisions, some bigger divisions, kind of tournament style, moving yourself up in league divisions. You got to have to start out in one, race a full season in that, and then you're possibly able to move up to the next division. So it's going to be pretty cool. We've got a lot of good things coming up here at STNS, and we can't wait to continue on. And if you get an opportunity, tune into the Modifieds tomorrow night, because we have a lot, and I mean a lot of talented drivers in the Modifieds.
All right. Well, appreciate the final thoughts there. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow night for that, but that'll pretty much conclude it. Thanks again, guys, and we'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow night.
Thank you, Dustin, for everything you do for us.
Yeah, thanks, Dustin. We can't thank you enough for everything that you do. Just want to give one little shout out to somebody out there might be watching, Michelle McMaster Eisenhauser. She tragically lost her son. We just, thought and prayers, we're always thinking about her. We've had some benefit races, but we know she's a big supporter. She's out there watching every one of your broadcasts, as well as every other league race and broadcast that you do. So we just want to make sure that we put her in the spotlight, and we know that that she knows that we're thinking about her.
All right. Well, there you have it, folks. What a night. Taking a look out there on the screen, the final top 10 results here at Lucas Oil Raceway. Thomas Axum taking victory not only in the race, but also in the series. Kayla Muller comes in second. Pretty much top three drivers is how the series finishes out, as Ryan Lang finishes third, Michael Rafferty in fourth. Blake Marty running out your top five, B.W. Jones, Dan LaFoe, James Kugler, Cole Eastman through the top 9 here tonight, and that is the field. Again, coming up tomorrow night, we'll be catching that Modified Series starting up here with the Short Track National Showdown. What a race, though. What a series. 10 total weeks here for the Short Track National Showdown inaugural Street Stock Series. Thomas Axum, the number 13 Tom Axum Trucking Chevrolet, a.k.a. the Mac and Cheese car, taking victory and championship in this series. That is going to do it all for us here tonight, folks. I'm Dustin Caldwell, saying thanks for tuning in to the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network, and we will see you tomorrow night.